Just horrible, Dylan. Just pure horror.
Yeah, there's nothing even funny about that.
Magali Bamu, 29, had taken up with her boyfriend, a guy named Eric Bickaboo, and the two shared an apartment together. At first, things seemed to be normal, but some unknown incident caused Eric to accuse Magali's siblings of performing kendoki, which is a type of witchcraft purported to be practiced by evildoers in their home country, which was the Democratic Republic of the Congo. While he initially pointed fingers at all of Magali's siblings, he soon focused specifically on her brother Christy. This began as a days-long nightmare where Christy was tortured with knives, pliers, a hammer, and a chisel. Eric claimed he was trying to exorcise Christy, and all the while his sister Magali stood by and did nothing. What the hell?
My God.
Eric eventually drowned Christy in the bathtub. In the aftermath, Eric claimed that he had brain damage that caused him to believe Christy was a witch. Magali denied any belief in witchcraft, making her inaction even more horrifying. Both were sentenced to life in prison for the crime.
Yeah. Who just watches something like that?
Who's just going to let their boyfriend do something crazy to their brother? It's insane. I have one more Christmas crime to talk about, Dylan.
What is wrong with people?
They're stupid. On December 25th of 2010 in Los Angeles, a horror was unfolding. Kashmir James, a 25-year-old nurse, was visiting a friend for Christmas with her 3-year-old daughter, Nevaeh, according to LA Weekly. After spending some time with loved ones, Kashmir and Nevaeh got back into the car with Nevaeh placed in a car seat in the back. Kashmir was climbing into the driver's seat when 3 males pulled up next to her, murdered her in a drive-by shooting. Nevaeh was unharmed but saw the whole thing. At a press conference where police announced a search for the killers, someone passed Nevaeh a microphone where she heartbreakingly asked the crowd to please help her mommy. Police did eventually track down the killers and brought them to justice. But what they found out in the process was even more terrible. The murderers were 16-year-olds participating in a gang killing. And they actually killed Kashmir James by mistake. They had misidentified her as their intended victim. She had been in the wrong place at the wrong time, and so a child's young mother was violently killed in front of her on Christmas, all based on mistaken identity and just unfortunate timing. And some little punk-ass bitches who try to be bad.
Yeah, I mean, even if they got their intended victim, how dumb is that shit anyway? Like some gang initiation killing or something like that. You know? That's like there's that knockout game they do where you just kind of sucker punch people and knock them out. It's like, how cowardly is that shit? You know?
I just don't
get it.
Okay, Rufus, enough. All right, Rufus is wilding out, so I guess it's time for us to wrap up this Christmas Crimes episode. Dylan, thank you for your participation.
Thank you, Heather. Yeah. There's a lot of always, you see, anytime you look up bad Santa stories or something, it's like drunk Santa, drunk, pissed off, bitter.
Do you have some bad Santa stories for us?
Well,
because I would be eager to hear a bad Santa story just to kind of shake off these tales of murder.
No, but I'm saying, you see it from time to time. You take the old mall Santa, he's pissed off, twice divorced, and, drinks a lot. And now he's got all these screaming kids and all these
okay, you know what?
Parents.
You've inspired me. I found some bad Santa stories real quick. Are you ready? This is coming from listverse.com.
I hope these are funny.
On January 5th of 2015, Randy Lang entered a Monterey, California Buffalo Wild Wings determined to distribute some last remnants of holiday cheer. He claimed to be Santa Claus and brought with him a duffel bag that allegedly contained 5 football-sized amounts of pot, weighing in at just over 2 pounds.
Damn, dude.
He wants you to have a Merry Christmas, Dylan.
Yeah, everybody's going to have a Merry Christmas.
The fake Santa accosted customers and told them he'd brought presents, placing samples of the pot into their confused chicken-greased hands. Employees also received an unwelcome Christmas bonus when Lang filled their tip jar with a hefty brick of weed. Unfortunately for Lang, the recipients of his gifts did not react joyously. Police were called almost immediately. When they arrived, Lang was calm and congenial. Police Sergeant Nick Borges recalls, quote, "He said he expected to be arrested for doing this at some point. Sounded like this was not the first time. It was surreal."
What the hell,
He
dude?
was charged with furnishing marijuana, further bolstered when police searched his home and found another 2 pounds of pot.
Yeah, dude's got a lot of pot. You should probably keep that a secret.
He's just trying to, get everybody in the spirit.
It's like that drive-through worker that was giving out like samples of, I think it was crystal meth or something, just randomly to people, like I guess trying to expand his customer base. And that's just really dumb.
Okay.
Well, what? Yeah.
This is kind of funny, but kind of terrible at the same time.
Okay, a whole family doesn't die, does it?
No.
Okay.
No,
Good.
that's just terrible. Every year, Canada Post, which I'm assuming is like their post office, runs a program where children can write a letter to Santa and receive a personalized reply. By 2007, over 15 million letters had been written, resulting in a Guinness Book of World Records accreditation for the most letters to Santa ever received and responded to.
Wow.
When you're dealing with a program that big, of course, there's going to be some human error, Dylan. What happened in 2007 was malicious. 10 unfortunate children received responses from Santa that were laced with messages such as, "This letter is too long, you dumb shit."
Oh,
and your
what?
mom sucks dick and your dad is gay.
Oh my God. Dude.
I mean, these are really not Santa's. It's not his place to say these things, even if they are true.
That's none of your business, Santa. Okay?
If my mom sucks dick, that's my mom's business, Santa.
It is.
So in response to the scandal, Canada Post released a statement indicating they were doing everything they could to track down the culprit, who they believed to be, quote, one rogue elf. As it turned out, it was a group of minors who had gained access to the mounds of festive letters and decided to respond.
Okay, well that sounded like some dumb kid shit. I mean, come
I
on.
was thinking it was like, a disgruntled postal employee.
Your dad is gay. I mean, what is that?
That sounds very juvenile. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, now we talked about the SantaCon
Yes.
pub crawl. Since its inception in 1998, the annual Hoboken SantaCon pub crawl has created a tremendous amount of problems for New York City. Never was this more true than the 2015 event, which led to 9 arrests and 70 summonses for various drunk and disorderly offenses. The event, which started during the day and carries on into the night, consists solely of people dressed up as Christmas characters, of course, the majority of those being Santa Clauses. SantaCon's North American roots are based in San Francisco, where it's like a much gentler vibe, allegedly, unless someone's robbing a bank,
Okay.
which we talked about earlier. But this New York chapter has had recurring problems with violence and theft and a fair amount of public urination.
They're just out of control in New York, huh?
Santa pissing everywhere. Organizers argue that the event does more good than bad for the city. They donate large chunks of the profits to various charitable causes. But the police chief says that it's an unnecessary, unsanctioned event and that the charity donations do not justify people coming to Hoboken and putting other visitors and residents at risk.
He's over the Santas. And they probably have like a busy night that night with a bunch of drunks.
And our final terrible Santa story, okay? In Derbyshire, England, on the night of December 19th, 2015, a man dressed as Santa Claus climbed through the drive-thru window of a KFC restaurant. In lieu of a white curly beard was a black ski mask or a pair of stockings hiding his identity. Yeah, he did still sport the red Santa hat, the robe, the pants, so he was mostly dressed like Santa. But the bad Santa stuffed all the money that was in the till into a sack and forced the kitchen staff to open the store's safe at knife point.
Damn, Santa.
Derbyshire police offered a pretty unhelpful description stating that the man basically just wore a red hat, red trousers, and a red jacket, and that his face was covered.
Oh my God.
Everyone dressed as Santa was then a suspect. I mean, and in December, that really doesn't narrow down the field.
No.
But it's not really known how much money was taken from the store, but, I mean, it was probably enough to at least buy a bucket of KFC, right?
So, yeah, they pull up at the window and it's Santa, but he has a ski mask or even worse, a stocking distorting all his features. I've always thought that was the creepiest face when someone has a stocking pulled down over their face, you know?
Oh, we got to talk about this one.
Okay.
And then we'll stop.
Okay.
In December of 2000, during a Christmas display entitled Santa Sails In, which was held in a seaside town, Great Yarmouth, England, a 35-year-old man dressed as Santa got into a fist fight with a teenager.
Okay.
The longest lasting damage was not to either of the fight's participants, but to the crowd of confused children who burst into tears as Santa was led away in handcuffs. Although the Santa impersonator had been a part of the official show, there was a main Santa riding in a sleigh. So that did help explain some of the carnage to the naive children that, like, okay, well, these aren't the real Santas.
That's the real Santas up there.
That's, yeah.
Okay.
This is just one of the Santas.
Yeah, don't worry, Santa's not going to beat another kid up in front of you.
For their part, the police attempted to calm the situation by taking some of the most traumatized children down to the police station to show that they had arrested an imposter Santa.
It's funny they went that far.
Yeah. Norfolk police were certain that the real Santa would not approve of people behaving in this way, and of course, he will continue his pre-Christmas visits and delivery of gifts everywhere on Christmas Day.
Nice.
So the fake Santa received a police caution and was released back into the community.
Catch and release. That's why we got so many bad Santas running around.
That a Santa's going to go around fist fighting with a teenager?
I'll fight Santa
I know you would.
if I have to.
I know you would. You would headbutt Santa.
But I mean, I'm just not going to let Santa get over on me. You know what I'm saying? I
know
don't care.
what?
If you're a mythical being that brings joy to kids all over the world.
Is it weird to admit that
In a
I'm
wholesome way?
strangely kind of attracted to Santa?
What?
I mean,
no.
he's got a big beard.
And a
right?
belly.
And it's white. And I have a thing for like silver foxes.
Yeah.
Right? Because you got the little white in your beard and it's pretty cute. And he's got a fat belly.
Yeah. And he's jolly.
And he seems jolly.
Wait a second. I'm like your Santa stand-in.
You are.
Oh, my God.
That's why I had you open with ho, ho, ho. It was like foreplay.
Oh, my God. But they just dropped right off over there, didn't they?
Good for me. I'm wearing my mistletoe belt right now. Okay, that's not even true. I'm in my pajamas. Dylan, time to wrap up this naughty Christmas crimes episode.
I need you to feed me.
You're going to get a lump of coal.
Yeah, I want some of that chicken pie. Yeah.
Oh, so this is
Yeah.
this is you asking me to go in the kitchen and bake you a chicken and biscuit pie.
Yes.
I've been
I've been-
promising.
I've never
I
had
will-
one.
I will do it.
I've been thinking about it ever since you told me about it.
I've made it before. You have
You
had it.
sure?
This is like a staple of my cookery, Dylan.
So good. Oh, I love this time of year. Heather gets in the baking mood, and there's just fresh treats everywhere.
Oh man, I made a spice cake earlier
God.
with brown sugar cream cheese frosting.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got like cinnamon and cloves, cardamom, allspice. I can't even think of all the shit I put in this cake.
Oh, my God.
A little bit of pepper.
All right. On that note,
It's good.
everyone stay safe, stay warm, and we'll see you next time.
Ho, ho, ho. Happy holidays.
Yeah.
Bah humbug.